Now, App Builder allows you to go in and start building an application. You can select an application to edit. You can create new applications. You can import previously exported applications. You can view the dashboard, and you can also access the workspace. Now, an application is an HTML interface that sits on top of database objects, such as tables and procedures. You, as the application developer, uses App Builder in order to build the pages that make up an Oracle Application Express application. Now, the Apex application itself is an HTML interface, and as I mentioned, it lies on top of database objects, like tables and procedures. Now, applications always include at least one page, and can be multiple pages, and usually should be multiple pages. The application is created using App Builder, and it is low-code, so don't worry if you don't know SQL or PL SQL. You can use wizards in order to build your application. The application is made up of pages. Pages are the basic building blocks of an application. Now, pages are made up of components called regions, and everything that is visible inside Application Express when it's rendered on a page has to be in some sort of a region. Regions contain things like items, buttons, reports, and application logic. Pages can include branches to allow you to navigate to different pages in the application or to other applications or URLs. Now, the application user interface supports desktop devices or mobile devices and can support both desktop and mobile devices in a single application. Applications built with the theme called Universal Theme are responsive. And what that means is that it is going to render according to what type of device that it happens to be rendered on. Now, Application Express App Builder, other components include session state. A session is a logical construct. What it does is it establishes persistence across page views. Your application URL includes a session ID, and that session ID is used in order to develop consistency while you're navigating across multiple pages in the application. Any number of sessions can exist in the database at the same time. Now, page processing and rendering. So rendering is what is drawn on the page. Processing is what happens once a page is submitted or once a page is rendered. So for instance, you might have a process that adds sales tax onto an order when somebody clicks a button. It also supports validation. For instance, maybe you want to ensure that an item on the page is not empty. And it also supports branching. So once you submit the page, it navigates to another location. Now, Application Express supports friendly URLs, and that means that the URL of the application itself is hidden. If you are not using user-friendly URL syntax, then the URL syntax contains the domain of the server, the application number, the page number, the session ID, and as I mentioned, it does also support friendly URL to mask all of those details. So I wanted to give you a demonstration of App Builder and show you how to use Object Browser. Let's go ahead and click on the App Builder button. Now, inside of App Builder, we have the ability to create new applications. We have the ability to import. We have a dashboard, and we have several different workspace utilities. You'll notice that it also shows you a summary of what applications are installed. You'll notice that you can actually change the view by clicking here on this little icon to view the report, and it changes how you can look at the applications that are installed. And of course, you can navigate back to the icon view by clicking on the appropriate button. Now you'll notice this is an actions menu, and you can go in and filter what columns that you want to see. For instance, when I go to report, I can actually hide some of these columns. So if I do not want to display the updated by, I can always move that over. And then when I apply, you'll notice that the updated by column goes away. And then I can always add that back by going back and adding it back. And you can choose where you want in the report for that particular column. And we'll click apply, and you'll notice that it shows us who it's updated by. Now, here you can always go in and search all the columns, or you can search the appropriate columns if you're looking for a particular keyword, for instance, or who it's updated by, or when it was updated, for instance. So there's several different things you can do with this search field here. And over on the right, you'll notice that there are several different links for looking at recent applications, and also for different tasks that are appropriate, for instance, managing backups and browsing by facets. And so there's quite a bit that you can do inside App Builder, as you can see by all of the different elements that are on this page. We will be using this in labs, so I'll let you get familiar with App Builder while going in and doing your labs.